Hello, my fellow division. This is the voice of Danbawa here in Abuja, Nigeria. This is exactly 10 a.m. here in Nigeria, being 4th of July 2000. This is supposed to be my number 21 TBC, but yesterday network I was unable to quit the broadcasting. So, like I titled this broadcasting yesterday, How to Build an Empire with TBC. I'm talking about an emperor, how an emperor can build an empire. Then, when we are talking about empire, emperor, who is an who is the word and the emperor before we talk about empire, how to use TBC crypto to build empire. Well, TBC for the first time. These are currency that have come to fiat currency, and this grew in value 1 to 5 without you raising anything until it will reach its maximum of 2.2 billion when we reach 1 billion verified. So, since 2016, 21st March, TBC has been launched and is moving with full force, like a tan fire. And TBC really, and now, if you must know more about this, watching me right now, you can go to tbc.info. All you need to know about TBC is there. You go to the blog, information you need to know about TBC is zero. After this video, have a change of mind. If you are one of those that said, no, TBC is not a cryptocurrency, Pero is actually pretty vague in what has a pretty interesting history to the world. Emperor. The term first comes along when the Roman emperors took control. They didn't want them to sound like a king, so instead they called themselves either imperators, which meant commander, Caesar. In Latin word, is pronounced Caesar. In reference to the first line of Roman emperors, the word we is derived from imperator, but many other languages adopted Caesar with the same meaning intended. After the Roman usage of the word, this leads into the first variation on the usage of the word emperor. Eventually, the Roman Empire collapsed, but many empires to follow wanted to claim succession to the Roman Empire. This includes the Holy Roman Empire, the Byzantines, the Ottoman Empire, the Russian Empire, all of them will use imperator or Caesar, but adopted to their language. Additionally, the term emperor was used to describe foreign leaders who held an amount of powers in their region similar to how the Romans. This is why we use the word emperor for the emperor of China. For example, we have a lot of emperors, we have a lot of leaders that have come into this life existence that actually know what it meant to use power. So if an emperor is a leader, an emperor is a commander, an emperor is a champion that have conquered a lot of empires and taken over leadership to command the people in the area and in the way he wants them to be. That is the virtue of an emperor. So before Romans came into existence to use the word emperor, there are a lot of generals and leaders. Like Pharaoh, they also use their maybe native language to use their leader, calling their leader Pharaoh. Then Herod. Herod was also another leader. But now, when you look at people like Nebuchadnezzar, after Nebuchadnezzar, his son Belteshazzar took over the kingdom of Medes and Persia in Babylon. Then Darius took over from Belteshazzar. Then Ahasuerus took over from Darius and then led to Cyrus, the king, on and on to the king, to the reign of Alexander the Great. Now, you see, all these leaders that have led and take and lead people with authority and power in direction they want them to go. Now, for example, King Nebuchadnezzar is not just an ordinary, is more than an emperor because God Himself called kings. And after the reign of Nebuchadnezzar, Ahasuerus is another king that have 120 that he took over the whole world at that time, which automatically make him a commander. He is the president of presidents, the king of kings, the lord of lords of this earth at that time. So you see how great the of Ahasuerus. Ahasuerus took about 6 months showing the riches, the wealth, the glorious splendor of his kingdom. That is how he wanted to build his own kingdom. So this morning, I will be talking on I don't know if time will permit me, but if time could not permit me, you follow me to the next video, which I will tell you the time I will come on board. Who is an emperor? That is what I've discussed. And then I'm going to talk about the type of emperors and then how to build an habitable empire with TBC economy. Then in number one, who is define an emperor here, and then differences between an emperor and a king. A king take over a kingdom, rule a province, but an emperor leads a group of kings are under his empire. Governors are under his empire. You see how large an emperor is. Then here we have harmful emperors. We have B, physical and spiritual emperors, economical and fundamental emperors. Then here I will be next time I'm using the term emperor for you to understand the type of economy that TBC have come to put in place and position yourself to build your own empire the way you, that is the platform that TBC have brought to humanity, an economy that TBC have brought to humanity. How you build your own, the way you want to build your own empire, the greatness of your own empire, the riches of your own empire. Now it is lights on how you are going to that particular area. We have handfuls and that have ever come into existence. Some people thought they can lead people by destroying other people. Some people thought they can lead, maybe forcing them, enslaving them. But some people thought they can politically agree with their own ideology. Two group of emperors. We have emperors like Adolf Hitler. Adolf Hitler is one of the harmful emperor in the history of humanity. A man that thought he can destroy, can stop him. We have people like Saddam Hussein, people like Gaddafi of Libya, them that thought slave humanity, they can crush humanity, they can destroy humanity, they can do anything. These are a group of people that form in the lights because they have evil and purpose and intent these people. Then we have emperors that they must not harm, but they must convince and let the people understand the way that they should go. And these fall into the group of the harmless emperors. Then we have economical and economic emperors. And that will fall in the area I'm going to maybe discuss much today, the economical and the fundamentalists. So here, these two group of emperor, we have emperors that believe they can create a very good economic platform to lead the people. So if an emperor is if an emperor is a leader, if an emperor is a conqueror that win people, then it must not be from an emperor by fighting war before you emperor. We have governed this world economically, they create assets, they create brought good habitation. People become allegiant to them automatically. These are and then the fundamentalist emperors. Now, I said I will speak on economical and fundamentalist emperor. Now, if we are talking about the fundamentalist emperors and the economical emperors, I will be talking of Amin Abraham. The person of America, BBC. Yes, permit me to use these two. There are a lot of people there that I can pick and excite. These two persons, they have what it means and what it takes, economic ideology. They just create an ideology and people seek to look to. There are people in Thomas, but I choose to use Brahmin of America. Brahmin, professor of the best world professor on this Spain, Abraham, born in 1945 in Nigeria. The profile now of Professor Brahmin Abraham A.A. Olagiri. His mother came from Gombe State. His father married, and he also married. And this professor introduced that since 19, and the idea is and bringing Africans together. Now, Professor Olagiri is an educator who has traveled. In 16, Belewa sent him to Ghana to work with Dr. Kurama, where he controlled the strategic plan of African Development Bank, ADB. As a co-founder, his work was by Kurama and Dr. Edward Buhari. After the establishment of Kurama, appointed roving secretary for Pan Movement for West Africa region, and reported directly to him in Sierra Leone. He went back to school electronics and communication at Freetown Technical Institute for 2.5 years and graduated. Now, Professor out attending master different area studies. In 1960, he left Sierra Leone for the United States of America, his education. If you go down of Professor Abraham, you are one of the best professors in the world that up a lot of I develop and rule the people. His empire has spent 40 years in 167 countries, more than 1,000 cities. Some he visited more than 5,000 and struck his own expenses. Professor Brahmi had his PhD in economics, study mathematics, financial accounting. He taught in almost 4 universities around the world, teaching and lecturing what he can teach 20 courses. Brief and short profile of Professor Brahmin Abraham. What motivated him into politics? Life experience. Started schooling at the age of 16. You see, as an emperor, he have a focus. He have that he was looking. How can I build Nigeria? How can I build? And I want you to understand this same professor, Brahmi, a president candidate of Nigeria People Congress Party. So he know how to convince the people to agree with ideology. He don't enforce. He don't carry gun. People, that's what I say, harmful and we emperors, fundamentalists, emperors. Believe with me, so Brahmin, this one, he is and a fundamental. Now, Professor Brahmin Abraham stopped there. Professor Abraham Noem and this financial Professor Brahmin Abraham have to go to China and develop China economy to the stage it is right now. Do you see this when it comes to the area of this man also was able to buy his vision. Professor Olagiri, the greatest learning experience is in the different field. He had the education perspective all over the world. He introduction on NYC when he was in the United America as secretary junior students. The evolution and was passed with decree after the Civil War. His hobby are reading, research, writing, and thinking a lot. To inspirational song, that is what gives him power. Who is Professor. This man, I love him and I love his plan in general. This is the one that sat down. African have that Africa today supposed to be best nations in the world. They only put to analyze and told African have all that it takes to analysis all the mineral resources of the world. They derive from Africa. 7 is from Africa, and about 60 mineral resources derived from Nigeria. Why should in the state he is? Why should Africa be? See, now he is all AUS, African United States. African United States. Now, Brahmi, not just Professor Brahmi is academia, but is an emperor. He is able to. I want you to go and look at the program and the policy of Professor Brahmi regarding to, and you will understand that he is an emperor. What gave him is the economy. Sort out the economy. Brought to America and Britain, and they agree with the concept and the ideology can stand with other developed world, and developed world cannot stand without. And in that interview, how will you to facilitate this particular idea of yours that you have started since 19 and up to date, you are still on it? The money economic is not a problem. They have over 100 billion US dollar in shifted down to central bank. He have the strength to be able to facilitate on Africa, bring Africa back again. And in one of his interview, he make us to understand that he's going to create over Nigeria, only Nigeria. What a great emperor like Abraham, I up to this professor. I would like to talk about money. Is the Chris Kringle. Who is Chris Kringle? Chris Kringle is co-founder of TBC cryptocurrency. Brought the ideology. He said he sat down and began to see how humanities are suffering in the hand of harmful emperors that have conquered the wickedness, that have conquered the whole with penury. Not that the economic is not the only, they have stolen economic from the hands of the poor one to enslave humanity to agree with their idea of wickedness, whether you watch the power of economy. So the first thing to do is to economy, to control your income. If you are in Nigeria, you agree with me, must a Nigerian suffer, Nigerian lack anything. Everything that we need is here in Nigeria. Because few people said no, they will not allow any Nigerian joy in this country. Now, one military president, I will not mention name because of security, wake up, he's going to, he's going the applicants 5,000 every month of our king in this nation, which I will not also mention security reason, said that he called this president. Why will you pay such amount to applicants if you give our drivers, who will be our cooks, who will wash for us our vehicles? He looked at his own ability. He believed that if human being, treat human being with evil, then human being will obey you. This same person, by and by, passed away, and you will agree with me in Nigeria that over 6 trillion naira in the house of this person, not in the bank, not in bank, in his house, over 60 something trillion naira was found. 60 something trillion will have Nigeria budget what in Nigeria. I'm talking about just one man in Nigeria. having trillions in his house. The bank, we are not talking about, we're not about anything. You see, the way people reason at no, the reason why I am born is to serve humanity. The reason why you are born is take the place of God out to the need and the demand of this. Why you are created. Then now you have conquered, or you think conquer the whole world or conquer the whole humanity, then you are making a very great mistake. So Pringle now was able to create economy for Africa, that Africa, but he Chris Kringle have created the best platforms of economy. I took time to study, I took time to do little research, come out that Chris Kringle have created one of the best economy, best tool to fight poverty, to fight the wicked war, the wicked emperors of the world. Society people by concept, by land, by their own gift of humanity to give an ideology and an economic that will over one humanity. Or Kringle grades into the best of research. I don't know about you, it's because I'm a Tibetian. No. I look on earth. There will be no any non-governmental. There will be no any governmental organization, no any industry create great salvation that will create happiness, joy, create togetherness like TBC cryptocurrency. It does not really matter that. Does not matter, but except you agree with the ideology, great emperor, you are automatically or a millionaire in heart, or a great emperor that sat down and proved to you what is that proved to human there is yes in heaven, as the word of God told us. God, that is true. Meaning that he's much more available because him, only him one, and now pilot navigating, bringing together, and is taking over. Now we have over nation with TBC cryptocurrency, and his vision was one over people 2025. Write it and keep it. Before 2025, we are going to over 2 billion. I see you 2020, well, 1 billion verified these parties, his a gunshot. He's out. He's without without working against conquering. You will agree with me that TBC administrator, he is one of the hero ever in the history of life that will conquer without splits. For the whole that will conquer the whole world without being whether he's a woman or whether he's a girl or a boy, and he is conquering. So emperor, some form that you and I will just and build empire the way we want to build it. Now, when you come to counting, you discover that we have 100 to bazillion. 100 to bazillion. But this economic known as Chris have built a habitable platform where you are position and how we are going to build our own with his own economy. Now, TBC economy have the value about 2.2 zillion. TBC at maturity. So it depends on of what how you want your cash to flow. Then you can say, okay, in Nerania, okay, a group of 100, then a group of million, billion. You look at the group of trillion, the group of decillion, then billion or trillion, then the group of quintillion. You look at it, quarter of a trillion. Next on your board to zillion in the economic platform. Just like Brahmi said, he have over 100 billion US dollar in the state of America used to create over 100 jobs and the whole state. So class you want in this particular case, it depends on you. If you want hundreds in the group of millions, billion, trillions, in the group of decillion, then it is left to you in the trillion. So in one of sometimes a single account, they have 1 million TBC cryptocurrency. Then it's going to be euro at maturity. Then automatically will be his own economic strength. He said, the account this person had. See, this person the way he wants to build his own. So now he to get beyond TBC economy. You TBC economy have how many TBC? Now a lot of people begin to criticize TBC is a scam. Professor was on and they asked him, sir, what is the motivating factor? What is the behind this your dream and your vision, which you are starting in 1961, and you are on to many of the that pass it into law that have initiated and you are still in this vision. And a was elected, appointed as the president, of African states. Strategically, that I mean, is going to of Africa, and then every other African leader, African president, is going to be under him automatically. Can you see? Look, it was 1960 is this man carrying on his age, and he said no going back. Challenges, there are a lot of difficulties, there are a lot of up and down, failing and rising. As an emperor with, and he has been challenges after the order till the state, African state. Now the same thing. Now TBC economy just years, in 2 years, little challenges. Now murmuring a little challenge. What is the challenge? They overloaded and it crashed because it needs to be updated, upgrade and updated, which the administrator have told us that year 2017, around April, May, precisely. I will not forget stop transaction. Stop transaction. We will not. I am one that continue transaction and the system crash. Same people that have started complaining and TBC have crashed. Now the only auction this failure of the transaction, all the bug logs in somebody was removed. No, no, it's not supposed to be that. No, what controversies are that? But now look to find the TBC network. Have you tried Q transaction in the new how fast and smooth that transaction is going towards migration? We're going to migration by the end of migration 18 of a pass, and now so you can see now the TBC administrator my leader, no, you are my controller, you are my dad to operate on a pyramid. He said you don't want to control on a pyramid. That one person will be on the head, and then others will be only taking advantage of them, and then making the only reason have this centralized is be counted. True. That's true. If distribution in 2000 and in early 2007 17, you mean that you are also that the vision of the admin we are still crying. How to help people and interpret his vision and his dream to understand where he to and politically, fundamentally able to achieve. Now network is moving smoothly. So my bad to before it is too late. Now there are other things I want to share. Point a habitable empire now with economy. Number one, empire on your empire. It depends on you, like explained before. Two, building. Do you really want empire on that? Do you need your own empire? Put word in your mouth. There are a lot of things to build: hospital, institution, medical institutions for the youth, for the food, for security of the people. So you can choose to build for humanity. Do your own person today to see how you are going to achieve that. Then that cash flow. Now, a lot. I don't tell me I'm not a networker. I don't want to do network. I don't want to talk. Don't want to go about. I'm not a networker. let me if you are not a networking, because that is the principle of God in His person, in His perfect on you how to do networking just to and set multiply. Then if you are not, then you are only trying to descend. The only way you are going in this TBC movement, neighbors, I want to be only rich. That is and complaining. But when you have this idea, you become richer than them. Look at Bill Gates. Interview sometimes ago, you have crashed. Your economic meltdown automatically, and stand up again. What will be the job or the work you are going? Bill Gates said, if stand up again, he will best company and partner with them and go networking. Can you hear that? Go into network. One of the best growing company and go networking. Now that is the strength. The strength of your enemy. If you have, let's example, easy to 1,000 people of negative. Let's assume these 1,000 people you told them of TBC, all of them are negative, and then the concept of TBC, and then eventually, now that TBC uh, perfect, the thing to look short depth of the world is beginning to catch the eyes of the world. It's beginning to catch the eyes of the masses. Now, if these 1,000 people you have talked of or talked about TB want to come back to TBC, going to buy TBC, of course, from you. Do you, if you are able to talk about TBC, if they are going to buy from you, see how your cash will begin to, if you are of the opinion, because you refuse to agree with your concept, then you will not tell me you have failed. In networking, you stop, keep on talking. Are you talking? They said the same thing. Embrace TBC. TBC is because what are you going to say tomorrow about TBC? Of course, the same thing. Embrace TBC already. TBC is in over the world. TBC is accepted in Philippines. TBC is accepted in Nigeria. Are you waiting? When you this person go out there, stranger, and about you think he's going to buy from who? He don't know the stranger. So how the relationship between you and people matter. The relationship between you not build a good relationship with people, market a product to them, and they accept to buy from you. A lot of people that bought TBC from me, they will look at Bawa, by not because I believe with the IC, but because now say, okay, just because of me, I can do you good. These same people later will thank you, Bawa, for giving, for telling me, for giving. The same people that rejected the same people are coming, the same people we are talking today come tomorrow. The same people that will refuse the day after tomorrow. On and on and on, to build your matrix to have economic cash flow in the TBC. Then you must have the power of conviction. You must have the knowledge of what TBC is all about. The ends your prospect before you can be able to convince your uncle. If you don't know the knowledge of TBC, you maybe son, you begin to stammer. You have no, and then you have lost that. So now you might and go to the blog, go that you need to know about TBC research, learn it vividly, and then have all the knowledge back and ask you back and front. You should be able to answer it. Then you discover cash will begin to flow in and every day and in the basis. So my friends are congratulating you on the concept. TBC is becoming more rare than any card. Motorcycle merchants are coming up now. Coming up now. It is your own to go out there, education fast, so that we hit our target of 1 billion people, and then with the world. God bless you, Tibician. God bless you, my listener. God bless you, the naysayers. If somebody say he did not believe and agree with what you believe, necessary, not in offense to abuse that person. I met with in the media, in the Facebook, see insult with polite. fights where on and on and on and on. These same people would now okay about this actually become efficient. Now a lot of people don't. So when they because they follow them with their manner, you are going to manner of approach matter a lot when you come to now a nurse. You are now a nurse, and on a labor. Then this she's passing through pain at that time. Reaction, you slap her back. You want to deliver this woman. You want to deliver this woman. Now the answer is exactly what is going. People and the other, they are defrauded one way and the other. So now you need to educate them with love. You need to educate them, and you need to educate coming in again. Remember some of my leads. A lot of them I discover there are people that maybe they thought as soon as they come on board, bank, Now my leads report on the state of deeds, say with insult, all sorts of name and what have you. But I was some of them why they should fully end. Then now, created your coin good. You are not doing yourself good. Migrate your coin, least you regret yourself. You have left your old block. Take you to migrate your coin. Pay your $10 and then answer the question, and you assign. God bless you, the administrator, our emperor. God bless you for theology. You have created the whole world. Power it. The Lord will facilitate it. The Lord will bring fast of Jesus. Hang right now. But I am hanging out in the city of Abuja. God bless you and bye for now. See you in my next episode.